Hello and welcome to Empire of Wargames. My name is Deeplesh and today we are going to talk about the Xenos points changes from the 40k Minotaur Field Manual points update. If you enjoyed the content, consider leaving a thumbs up and subscribing, as well as checking the links down in the description below if you want to support what I do. Let's get into the video. Alright, I gave all the disclaimers I needed in the very first video, which was the Imperium points changes. If you need any further information, check that one out. Other than that, let's get into the points changes. We have a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's do this. Let's start with the Aeldari changes. There are a lot of changes here, so I'm not going to reference all of them. If you want to check them out for yourself, you can check them out on the screen. There are a lot of changes to Phoenix Lords. Phoenix Lords are going up across the board by 10 points, as far as I can tell. Baroth is even going up by 20 points because he was a little bit too points efficient. And yeah, that is it for the Phoenix Lords. They're all going up. Were they a little bit too aggressively priced? Maybe, but I've also not really seen them that much in competitive, so who knows. At least Morgan Ra, or kind of those models, have never really popped up, at least here in my local meta, so take it as you will. We have the Avatar going up by 10 points, not sure why that is going on, but it is what it is. Then we have all of the different elite choices going up, except for Wraith units, so you have your Hawks, the Avengers, Spiders, Banshees, Scorpions, all of those go up by either 1 or 2 points. Reference the points on the screen again. Then we have the Farseer going up by 5 points, the Spirit Seer going up by 5 points. We have the Fire Prisms going up by 5 points. And a little bit of stuff for the Harlequins with the Death Jester going up 15 points, which is a significant points bump. 15 points is a lot. And talking about points changes, all of the Inari HQ choices that are Inari specific are going up. So you have Ivrain going down by 5 points, the Incarnate going down by 10, and we have the Vizard going down, or up, I should say, by 10 points. You can reference the points on the screen. And we have a lot of other changes, like for the Drukhari, we have the Archon going up by 5 points, but I'm not sure if that is some kind of wonky interaction with the Power Sword or not. We have Witches going down by 1 point, which is probably the most significant change for the Drukhari. And we have the Razorwing Jet Fighter going down by 10 points. Other than that, there's nothing for Drukhari left. The Harlequins really have only one change with the Death Jester. The Inari have all of their HQs going up by either 5 or 10 points. And Aeldari are mostly Phoenix Lords, Fire Prisms, and Aspect Warrior units going up by either 1 or 2 points. And obviously the Farseer and Spirit Seer going up by 5 points as well. All in all, these changes seem warranted. They are not terrible by any means. I think Aeldari are still very much playable and still a very good faction. I'm very interested to see if the Drukhari change of Witches going down 1 point is going to impact anything at all. But yeah, that is the change I'm most excited to read about and to learn about when it comes to competitive Drukhari. Next up, we have Orks. Orks changes are very simple. We have the infantry, all 1 wound infantry basically, except for Mega Nobs is going down by 1 point per model. This is most significant for Orc Boys. They are not 8 points per model if I'm not mistaken, which is really good. So yeah, Orc Boys might be a very interesting choice. Kill rigs are back down to 190 points, which is basically the points value you had in your codex. They were nerfed and now they are back again, similar to all of the Death Guard changes. And we have Makari and the Squig Boss going down in points as well. You can reference the points there. The Squig Boss is, I think, going down to the previous points cost as well. The Squig Boss is really, really good. So I'm glad to see the guy back at his previous points. So yeah, the Orc changes across the board, I think, are warranted. Orcs have been struggling a lot. All of their competitive lists were nerfed very, very quickly. Thankfully, their flyers didn't get a points bump, basically up. Nerfing them basically. So yeah, Orcs changes are really good. Is it going to make them incredibly competitive? It really depends. I think the Squig Bosses alone is not enough. Kill rigs for 190 might be interesting, and it depends on how viable Orc Boys gets. But yeah, all in all, Orcs changes, at least in my book, are very positive. Next up, let's talk about Tau. Tau are getting massive nerfs. They are really big actually. Crisis suits are going up by 10 points, 40 points now. Crisis bodyguards go up by 5 points, 40 points now. Commander are going up by 10 points, so more expensive. Aun Va and Aun Shi going up 20 points. Iridium crisis suits are going up by 5 points, so now 10 points. So the upgrade costs 10 points now. Plasma rifle costs 10 points now, so 5 points more. Shield drones for crisis suits cost 3 points more, so 15 points now. Crude and crude hounds cost 6 points, so basically no changes, I think. And the storm surge, which is probably the biggest change, costs 400 points now. That is a 70 points bump. A lot of people are very happy because it's one of the most annoying units to play against. But damn, is 70 points a lot of points to get a bump. A lot of people have been complaining that their list overnight got approximately 250 points more expensive. It's very interesting. And broadsides cost 10 points more and now 85 points base, I think. Yeah. It is expensive. It is not fun. Tau are getting nerfed. And I hope this is it for Tau and Tau nerfs. Because if this keeps on going, I think we are going to see a similar situation as we are seeing right now with the Adeptus Mechanicus. Are the points changes warranted? To a certain degree. The Storm Surge going up in points is understandable. I think 70 is too much. The Broadside going up in points is understandable. Nothing to say there. Crisis suits are very strong. But, you know, these are all points bumps. They are all, you know, nerfs for units that are very strong, and understandably so. But where are the points drops for all the infantry? Where are the points drops for, I don't know, crude or something? Where's anything else? How about not just nerfing stuff, but also helping out your regular fire warrior? That would be useful. That's not the case. Not sure why, and there's no real reason not to make them a point cheaper per model, but it is what it is. Next up, we have Tyranids. Those go basically hand in hand with the leagues we had earlier. Tyrants go up by 20 points, Warriors go up by 5 points, Maleceptor up by 50, because that model is insane for its previous points cost. We have Raveners up by 5 points, Harpies up by 15, and Ecarnifex going up by 15. I think there are a couple of more changes, but yeah, the Tyranids go in line with the leagues. And are these changes warranted? Absolutely, especially the Maleceptor. Is this going to hinder Tyranids at being one of the best armies? I don't think so. I think Tyranids are just really, really good, and I think they are going to see competitive tables for quite a while. Alright, I hope I didn't forget any faction before we get to the big changes for the Necrons, and we have a lot of changes here. All of the Citan shards are going down 50 points. The Deceiver, the Nightbringer, and the Void Dragon across the board, minus 50 points. Really good. Are they going to see competitive play? I'm not sure. People still consider them squishy for their points cost. So we'll have to wait and see if they are worth their 300 and a little bit points now or not. Then we have the Ghost Ark going down by 15 points, which surprised me because I think the Ghost Ark is an underrated model and really good. And seeing it go down 15 points actually makes me think that this is going to be a competitive unit now, which is cool. Illuminor Zeros is going down 15 points. I don't think that is the change he needs. He needs an invulnerable save quite badly, but it is what it is. 15 points is a lot, but yeah, I would have preferred a 5-up or a 4-up invulnerable save personally. Then we have Heavy Destroyers at minus 5 points. These guys are going to trade up quite a bit. I'm a big fan of Heavy Destroyers now at their current point cost, and with minus 5 points additionally, they are going to be really good, and I hope they see a lot of competitive play. Next up, we have a Lord at minus 5 points, and all his war gear, or their war gear, is going down 5 points as well, which is a great change. Why didn't they make this change for Overlords? No one knows. There's literally no reason. Yeah, Lords were not used a lot because they were a little bit too expensive for what they are. They are now decent, at least for casual play, and Overlords would have needed the exact same change, at least in my opinion, especially considering the Chronomancer and the Technomancer are both going down by 5 points, which are way more competitive units. But yeah, great change. Chronomancer going down in points I didn't expect at all, but it's a great change. And yeah, just great all around. Then we have the Silent King. going down by 20 points to, I think, 400, which is really good. People have been considering him undercosted already, and minus 20 points is going to make him quite a bit better. So yeah, the Silent King, great unit, and yeah, it's going to just see more competitive play already. It wasn't included in all of the competitive lists, but I think it's going to be more likely that you see the Silent King than you not seeing him. That's at least my expectation. Then we have Transcended Satan going down minus 40 points. Are they considerable now? Who knows, actually. I'm not sure how to evaluate them. I haven't used them a lot. So if you are a Necron player and you have experience and you've used Transcended Satan a little bit in your casual games or local tournaments, let me know what you think about them at minus 40 points, because while I am a Necron player, I have trouble kind of categorizing this kind of buff. Not sure how to evaluate this. Then we have Lich Guard at minus 3 points per model, which is insanely good. I think they are going to be competitive again. Melee Necrons are a thing, and I think it's not going away. But yeah, Lich Guard minus 3 points is amazing. Then we have Wardens at minus 5 points, which is also really good. And then there are a lot of other changes. We have all Cryptek Arcana going down by 5 points. We have all of the named Necron HQs, which are all grossly overcosted, go down in points. So Anrakür goes down by 10, Imhotep goes down by 15. Imhotep, similar to Manius Kalgar, is going to be a lot more talked about because of the command point changes. And Imhotep happens to give you command points, so he's going to win relevancy. So keep an eye out on Imhotep. Imhotep, really good. What else do we have? Zandrek going down by 10 points. Orican going down by 10 points. Oberon going down by 10 points. You get the idea. You can reference the points on the screen for all the Necron HQs if you're interested in those. What else do we have? Plasmancer going down in 5 points. Tesseract Vault going down 50 points. Really good. Tesseract Vault and Obelisk, both not great units, so they need those points drops. Obelisk going down 30 points. Wait, the Overlord is going down in points. Scratch what I said at the beginning. We have Tombblades going down by 5 points. Also great. Treyarch Praetorians going down by 3 points. Treyarch Stalkers going down by 15 points. Hexmark Destroyers going down by 10 points. Immortals going down by 1 point, which is weird. It's a good change, but it's weird. It's still not enough, kind of, I feel like. We have Death Marks going down by 3 points. There are 15 points per model now, which is great. Their weapon is decent. I did quite a bit of math on them on the channel. You can check it out. So yeah, tons of changes for Necrons. Is this going to single-handedly save Necrons? I think not, but if you combine all of these points changes together with the new secondaries, Necrons might be back. And Necrons might be as interesting as ever as far as 9th edition goes. The only kind of comparable time where they were kind of similarly interesting was when their new codex released, and these changes across the board seem really, really cool. So the cover with the Necron Warrior on top wasn't just a tease, it was something that GW delivered on. I think these changes across the board are just really, really good. Apparently the Overlord was changed as well. As I said, all of the changes and everything is a bit chaotic, so excuse that. But yeah, if I've missed any changes, if you have any opinion on all of these changes, especially on the Necron stuff and kind of on all the stuff we've talked about the Aeldari, about Transcended Satan and all of that, drop it down in the comments. I would love to have conversations about that, about all of the competitive stuff, about casual, whatever it may be. Drop it in the comments below and we'll talk about that. If I've forgotten anything, or if I've gotten anything wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments as well. And yeah, I'll try my best to, I don't know, write it all down in a pinned comment or something. I'll have to figure it out. Other than that, I hope this was insightful and I really hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.